Hi, and welcome back to Road to Reliance. I'm just giving you about a 30-minute video today to show you what we've done on the property and what's going on so far. There's a lot of changes here. We have a lot of work to do. Don't judge, we have so much work, but I thought you would enjoy seeing a tour and where we're at as far as being more self-reliant and where we're at as far as gardening and what's been done and what's changed. So I really hope you enjoy this video. I do apologize though, when I did shoot the pig pens and the end of it, I kind of turned my phone the wrong way, so it's going to look a little wonky, but you'll get the picture. Anyway, I hope you enjoy. So one of the first things we did was laid a walkway from our porch out towards our swimming pool because we're starting to do more gardening. We did a pallet floor, believe it or not. That's a pallet with plywood on it, and we put some plants in on this side. We just had the hurricane thing going on, so of course we still have everything here from that. We're gonna wait till hurricane season's over, but the wood stove's going down the tiny house. As you can see, it's just kind of sitting here for now. And then we continued out towards our pool, and we put in some perennial plants here next to our outdoor shower, which is behind there. We still have to put the lattice on. We have the tarp for our rabbits. We had to block them in because of the storm. But one of the first additions to our garden are these 5 beds right here. They are filled with what was, and you'll see because I'm going to show you, the pig manure and pig dirt when we moved our pigs. There are tomatoes, 3 different kinds of tomatoes: Everglade, Roma, and I can't remember the third one. And the last 2 are cucumbers. This is pickling cucumbers, and this is English cucumbers. So we still have to put a trellis in for them. And then, of course, our lemongrass that we didn't get to harvest this year. I got another lemongrass over there. These are our banana trees. I'll tell you, it's been a weird year in Florida. All of our crepe myrtles and our perennial bushes have bloomed 2, 3, and 4 times. But our banana plants are not even as tall as me. So I don't know what's going on there. This is our beautyberry bush. I did a video on my other channel, how to make jelly with this. And I was going to do it again this year, but I don't know if I'm going to have time. So, but you can see the crepe myrtles are just going crazy. I mean, this is like the 4th time they've bloomed. So this year has been really weird. I have a lot of aloe in pots here and there, and I'm going to take you back and show you my produce stand too, so you can see the rest of them. So I'll be right back with that. Okay, this is our produce stand. Lance built this out of pallets and plywood last year, actually. I have my snake plants under there, which are shade plants, and on the side here, as you can see. And back here are all of the aloe plants. These are aloe that we've started and we're growing. Back here, this fencing right there, that is for the pigs, which you will see. That's little Riley and one of our cats. But this is the produce stand that we're going to be selling our vegetables in. I told you about the pig dirt, and I'm going to take you and show you exactly what we've done. So we had, I don't know, 17 or, no, I think we had 21 pigs to start with, and we got rid of a lot of them. We actually gave them away for free because we just couldn't have any more. It was just too much. The feed bill was just crazy. So this is the new pig pen, or this is the old pig pen site. We have taken out half of the pens. This is all going to be garden now. Right now, this is about 20 feet wide and probably 30 feet long. These 3 pens that are left, which are the only pigs that we have left, which I'd show you here. We got our 2 girls here, and we have our 3 boys right here. That is Humphrey. He is our breeder pig. And these are our other 2 male pigs. that we actually will be getting rid of soon. But as you can see, their pens, they have destroyed the tin between them. They never stay dry up here because our property drains to the back. So these three are going out, which I'll show you in just a few minutes where they're going. But this is the old pig pens. This is going to be all garden now, from there all the way down to here. So I'm going to take you around here and show you. Well, actually, let me show you. This is our backyard. We are still working back here. We had a leak on our house, which is why you see the mess piled up here. Again, we have banana trees back here. Here's another one, and there's a third one right there. So these beds, there are 9 of them. They all have pepper seeds in them, hot peppers and bell peppers. The bell peppers are in the back there, and the rest of them all have regular hot peppers. This backyard gets nothing but sun, so we can't really grow much back here in the summer when the hot days are here. And unfortunately, our fall season starts in September, so putting some fall vegetables in when it's that hot, they just burn, and it's just not worth it. So we're just doing peppers back there. This is going back to my greenhouse. This is a new compost bin that we just put up. We're going to put up 2 more. That is my potting trailer and some extra pots, my tiny house. And this is the greenhouse. We just re-cleaned this. Now the greenhouse right now has shade cloth on it, and a kitty visiting, as you can see. But we have everything in here, from Brussels sprouts to broccoli. We have squash, Swiss chard. Here is, look, the cats love this. It's like a hammock. Here is walking stick kale, dwarf Siberian kale, Sicilian cauliflower, red rock cabbage, Brunswick cabbage, dill bouquet, Brussels sprouts, elephant dill. This is my potting table. Riley's checking out the cat. This tote has carrots in it. This is more Sicily cauliflower, red rock cabbage, Waltham broccoli, golden acre cabbage, 2 trays of that, Brunswick cabbage, kale walking stick again, and you see it is sprouting already. These were just put in like 3 days ago, by the way. Ford hook Swiss chard, table queen acorn squash, blue curled squash kale, dwarf Siberian kale, and spaghetti squash. Over here I have lavender, borage, celery, regular jalapenos, atomic tomatoes, Everglade tomatoes. This is my bell peppers, pumpkin spice jalapenos, multicolor bell peppers, another bell pepper hot mix. These are cucumbers, which are sprouting. Pickles are in the back. This is jalapeno ladyfinger peppers. What's in the back? Another ladyfinger peppers. And then going across here are habaneros, more bells, more dill, and more broccoli. This is what I use for, as you see, the cats have been in here. This is what I use for potting soil. It's just the dirt that we get from the pig pens with a little bit of fertilizer into it. So, of course, I have a seating area where I can stop and take a break. And in this cabinet is all my natural fertilizers, fish emulsion, things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and take you to the back and show you what we're doing with our new pig pens. That's Gizzy, one of our cats. We have over 30 cats on the property here. You would never know it because you never see them, but they are here. So I'm going to take a walk back there and show you the new pig pens. So on the way back to the pig pens, I want to show you what we've done here. This is going to be our food forest. We own over to that road way over there. This is 15 acres of property, if you didn't know. I am actually currently beside my tiny house, which is where I started by myself here before Lance and I got together, and we grew out of the space. So we have since moved up to the big house. But you can see here, we have the trails cut. We have the spaces ready to go. And this is all going to be a food forest. We're going to transfer the extra plants and the extra things that we have back here to see how they grow, to see what does best where. We're going to do some herbs and some things. You see, we've cut some limbs down off of the trees. We've got to go ahead and take them out, but we have spots cleared, as you can see. So this is all going to be part of our food forest. This is the back of the tiny house. That is our, everybody knows so much about our tilapia pond. So I'll show you that real quick on the way to the pig pens. This is our tilapia pond. You can't really see the fish in there, but all we have are their fountains, and they just put the water in. Everybody says they need all this stuff, but they don't. So this is our tilapia pond. All right, I'm gonna take you back and show you the pig pens. Okay, I wanted to show you the new pig pens. I originally intended on showing you us putting them together. However, the rain came and life happened, and you know how it is for a homesteader. So this is the new pig pens. That's our two girls in this one. And we have Humphrey, our male breeder, in this one. These are the only pigs that we are going to be breeding and saving. Humphrey is our big boy. And these are our girls. The farm store went out of business and got rid of their sign, so it is the back part. Now we still have, as you see on this side, we still have a section here. We're going to add another pen. That pen will be where Humphrey will be. And this, which is why it has the smaller fencing back there, this is going to be when we do breed them. We'll bring the male into here, the female from there into here, let them breed, and then she will be able to raise her babies by herself in this only pen. And the male will be put back here, and then we have two other. We have not put up the automatic waterers yet. We're actually working on that right now. But they're right by the lake. You can see our cows over there. And so this is where the new pig pens are. So this will be our new breeding for our pig pens. We have some work to do. We have another feeder to put in and so forth, but for now it works. So that's the pig pens. So this is our back field. Lance borrowed a tractor from one of the neighbors, and where you see all this dirt in the front and in this ring right here, this used to be all blackberry bushes. And the lake, which is out here, it's hard to see because of all the reeds, but the lake had come up so far this year and has since Hurricane Irma that these blackberries were no longer producing. They were just these jaggy, can't get near, pain in the butt to cut around blackberry bushes. So we went ahead and removed them all. Cleaned them out, just left that one tree, which I don't know why he left that tree, and two stumps. But this is the backfield. This is where the cows come. Also my dogs enjoy it. But one of the things that Lance did when we had the tractor was to dig a ditch, which is all of this dark mud that you see, so that we had a pond. I'm going to take you and show you our own little pond. Oh, let me show you. So this little guy right there is called a cow killer down here. I don't know the right name for them, but I can tell you that if you step on one of those with your bare feet, you will get sick. They're horrible, horrible. My dog stepped on one. His foot swelled up bigger than his head. So this is our little ditch that he dug. And that is now our lake. I am thrilled to have this lake. Now, we did think we saw a baby alligator in here, which does not surprise me because out there in the big lake is a 14-foot one apparently. And so if there was one baby, there's apparently going to be more. So we might have to call about that one. But for right now, here's our lake, our little pond. We call it the 15-acre homestead pond. You can see in the background the pig pens where he's moving them. He's up there working. So let me take you and show you the rest. So one of the other things that we did this year that we never got to do before because we had too many chickens was we wanted to experiment with growing vegetables in the chicken run. Now I do have chickens in there now, and they have cleaned it up. You can see the remnants of the cucumbers on the fence. Here's our pretty ladies and our one little gentleman. So what happened was we got rid of all of our chickens because I don't know if you guys know, but we were going to move eventually up to Pennsylvania to be with my children. That did not work out. It was not feasible for us at this time. So I decided, well, the heck with it. We opened up the divider that was between here, between the ducks and the chickens, and we planted vegetables in there. And these are all peppers. You could still see some of the pepper plants, the hot peppers. The okra that was in the back right there. And my nosy ladies. But we planted a bunch of vegetables in here, and for the first time ever, these were cucumbers, by the way, the cows have removed. But for the first time ever, we actually had bell peppers. Now, let me, if I can get the door open. Let me show you. We've got a bunch of eggs in there that she's been sitting on. We turned this into a tool shed. This front part had some of our gardening tools and furniture movers and things. And we brought the tillers and stuff in here. And we brought the chickens down, not remembering that we had this stuff in here. And if you look here, we have eggies. So that's good. We're not collecting them right now because we don't need them. We have actually, which is like a major sin, we have bought store-bought eggs, which, ugh. But I want to let these guys hatch these because she has been sitting on them. We're pretty sure they're fertile because he's overly friendly. You know how that goes. So we're waiting to see what they do. If they don't do anything, then we're going to start collecting eggs to sell. And we're going to get more chickens. But for right now, this is where they are. This is the remnants of what was a vegetable garden that ended up being really, really good. So I think we're just going to let these guys tear this up. And see what happens next year. Maybe in the spring we'll move them and do another vegetable garden. I don't know. It depends on how things work. So anyway, that's the chicken coop. It needs some work. You can see the piece of plywood we had to put on the front where it rotted. We had plywood on there and it lasted, oh goodness, 6-7 years or well, probably 8 years. But the water and stuff has just destroyed it. So we got to redo that. But, you know, and of course, you know, like every other homesteader, there's Bo. You know, we have the pile of, we don't want to throw that away because we might need it, which has completely gotten out of hand. And I only shared that with you so that you know that if you have that kind of house, you are not the only one. We have got piles of just stuff back here that drives me crazy, but you know, then he comes up and says, hey, I'm going to build this. And we just happen to have all of the stuff for it. And you can see my pile. So our whole property is not beautiful. We have the back spot that nobody sees. That again is our tilapia pool back there. And that is our quail run that we're making that isn't finished yet, but it's getting there. So I am heading back up to the front. I will show you the rabbits and then we'll wrap up this video. Okay, I am coming up to our rabbit pen. Now, let me explain what happened here. So first we had our dog. not this dog, but another dog, in this pen. And he kept getting out. And the year that my son died, we had a neighbor said that he bit her while I was up there making arrangements for my son's services. And it cost us a ton of money, even though it was not proved, and all the neighbors don't think the dog did it. But we couldn't take the chance. So we had him in here. He was getting out, just jumping right over the fence. So he's now on a run in the center, which, just so you know, we are zoned agricultural, and that means that we are allowed to have a dog on a runner. This, of course, is where we feed the cows. You cannot keep anything clean around here because A, it's a farm, and B, the cows put their food bowl where they want it. So the end result of this area, that is Molly. This was going to be our pig pens. Lance had the tractor. We cleared a spot up there, which I'll go over in a minute, and we were going to put the pigs in here so that the pigs and the rabbits were all in the same pen. However, Molly here is our mascot. I have had Molly since she was probably a year or two old. Say hi, Molly. We had a small, one of those portable chicken coops that he is taking apart and cleaning up. That's why there's such a mess here. This is not going to look like this, but I really wanted to get this video to show you. And you know how it is. You're working on things. You got stuff laying everywhere. But this will all be cleaned up. Anyway, so Molly was put into here. The dirt that is piled up all around the side is because Molly likes to lift the fence and get out. So we had to pile the dirt up. These are our 2 quail that we just recently got. Or 3 quail, I'm sorry. Got 1 in here and 2 in here. They're going to be going in that coop in the back I showed you. That was going to be for chickens, and then we realized it was just too small. This is one of our roosters. He hangs out with the 2 pigs that are in here and never leaves. These are our rabbits, and that right there is my little Fat. And little Fat was bottle fed. She is actually Molly's daughter. But little Fat wasn't going to make it, and so we bottle fed her. She even made a trip to Pittsburgh with us to visit the kids because I thought the kids would love to bottle feed a pig. So she's friendly, but she's staying here with Molly, and this is her pen too. So the 2 of them have this whole pen to run. These are our rabbits. My noisy rooster. The 2 rabbits that are on the bottom, that one and that one, are actually Rex rabbits. They are down here temporarily. They were put here because of the hurricane. We had them on top on a stand, and it was just too unstable for the kind of winds we were getting. So they're going to go back up in hutches that look just like these eventually. But for right now, they're down there. So anyway, right now, the tarp is still draped on them. And like I said, this isn't going to look like this. But when the hurricane comes like it does, we get such a short warning that it's just easier to keep the tarp here. We can cover them and get it clean. But they have all of this. You can see where the fence is over there. So they have a pretty big area here that they can run in. So this is where we keep the pigs. And just to show you where we are, here are the beds I showed you in the beginning of the video, in our swimming pool. So they're very close to the house. So other than getting revamped here this year, and this going out, this bed will be going in my outside of my greenhouse as a planting table. These 2 quail will be going into the quail hutch. Molly is going to have her own place, and that's pretty much where we're at right now. Well, although I would have liked to have had a little more in here, I just wanted you to see what the farm looks like for now. The lake you can see behind me that he dug out, we actually got some sun coming in there, so everything's coming good. So that's where we're at. We're currently taking out the last pig pens up front to do our vegetable garden. So that'll be going in this week. And we'll be starting planting more in our food forest this week also, and transferring plants from the greenhouse into the vegetable garden. So I'll be able to show you all of that whenever we get those plants in this week. So we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching our video and following along with us. I promise they're going to be more regular now. So make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Happy homesteading.